Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fate Grand Order podcast. I feel like deja vu. Absolute Demonic from Babylonia, episode 11 podcast. We're talking about a bunch of things that happened in the recent episode of Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic from Babylonia, episode 11. Co-host.
Malice in Wonderland. You can find me on his Discord.
Yes, this is my co-host. His name's Jeremy. And me and him, we talk about Vikings. Of course that was a joke. Episode 11, Temple of the Sun. Quetzalcoatl faces off with Fujimaru and the other protagonists. And just when all seems lost, Fujimaru pulls out a desperation move. As well, Romani may not seem to be the person that he may come off as. He may be, a little mysterious. And Quetzalcoatl joins the team.
The question is Romani actually a servant, or is he human?
I think he's a designer baby.
Don't think so. Because we already have one of them.
I think he's a clone of designer baby. I have no idea. To be honest, I have no. Like, they set this thing up with Romani, and they're like and they do like a flashback to one of the previous timelines because, of course, we didn't see that because it hasn't been adapted yet, and they should because I want to see John alter. Damn it.
I think you are in the wrong arc for that.
Want to see her. I want to see her do stuff. Jeez.
You can get the normal Jonah in Apocrypha. They told you multiple times to go fucking watch it.
I've seen 5 episodes of it.
Why not the rest?
Because I got sidetracked. I want to see Alter.
That's your typical sea tactics guys. Wow.
Wow. So anyways, Quetzalcoatl truck flap and all. They take the fight to her, so to speak. This whole first quarter of this episode, I believe, or maybe up to half even. I didn't really look, but it felt like a while. They just fight Quetzalcoatl, which is really cool. This was a fantastic fight scene, mostly because you could see Quetzalcoatl's facial expressions during every single one of these moves.
Personally, the best part of it was the impact, like the impactfulness of the fight. You could feel every single blow. It was just really well animated.
You could see blocks coming off the ground and flying into the air, particles and stuff. It just looked incredible.
Yeah.
And as well, there's this one time where Quetzalcoatl takes Ishtar and basically just freaking smashes her into the ground with her whole body. And then you just see her face. She's got a huge grin and smile on her face, like she's having the best time. She's like, you just fucking killed Ishtar. What's going on here?
You can see she's really enjoying the fighting.
Yep. And that's also another thing, I guess, that there's something about Quetzalcoatl that's kind of it's a little worrying. Someone who enjoys it that much. But it's also funny.
Is it really? Because as we learned in the last episode, she doesn't technically kill anyone.
I don't care. She obviously takes pleasure in dishing out the pain.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
And that's, that's not a trait you look for. That's good, Just saying. Yeah. Jaguar Man fights Quetzalcoatl.
And we get the Jet Tiger.
Yes. The Daiutu Jet Tiger. and she immediately gets like squashed like Yamcha in an episode of Dragon Ball Z season
Yeah.
1. Like, and it
There's
slows down. There's this moment it slows down, and she's like, "I'm going to die." She just face plants into the ground.
There's and once again I have to comment on the music because during the whole fight scene it's just great.
Yeah, no, the music in this episode, especially this episode, I think is probably the best I think it's been so far. Because for one, I noticed just I don't know what it is about these last 3 episodes that have been so good. Maybe it's because I haven't watched them in a couple weeks, and this is the first time I've sitting down to watch these. But I loved the music, especially in these last 2 episodes, but overall in this episode and these last 3 episodes. Really good, really good. Can't go understated how good the score is.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're fighting. Ishtar starts off her attack, and this is the first instance we see of just skipped frames. They just didn't do in-betweens for some of these. Very sad, but as well, I feel like they're just going to add these back into Blu-ray, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of animation in here. Like different scenes and just short moments of movement.
Yeah, and that is the thing. Tons and tons of animation in this series overall. Like, this may be the most like action heavy Fate I've seen since UBW.
I think it's maybe even more, because not even in UBW there was a fight in every single episode.
Yeah, or not even a fight, or just some really cool fluid looking animation. Like, for example, this was in the last episode, but you could take it in this episode, like Jaguar Man like going into her fighting stance. Like it looked really cool. And then also, like I said, every single episode before this, you have the amazing bright color palette, which can't be the easiest to work with sometimes, because you have to. There's a wide variety of colors, that they're probably working with, and they have to spend hours coloring this stuff. And that's another thing. I guarantee you, these men and women working on the animation are being worked to death. So I don't want to be too harsh on these things, because I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Japanese animation studios.
I mean, they have a big budget, so they probably have a bunch of people working on it.
Hopefully not 24 hours a day.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully they're not using IG trips to get their food.
Especially with some of the latest news I heard about the industry.
What is that?
There was an incident that one certain studio made an OVA and then just disappeared without paying anyone.
Was that the people who did Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher?
I don't know.
Because that studio just went under bankruptcy for not paying any of their employees and owing like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Wow.
And it's from a corporation as well, so they're probably, nothing's gonna happen to them. But kind of bullshit on that part. But
yep.
But so they got Quetzalcoatl to join, and how they did it is Fujiwara realized that she didn't want to fight. She just wanted someone to be like, just show like the heart of like just show like incredible amounts of heart and bravery or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
which he did through killing himself.
Yeah. So
don't, please, nobody take lessons from this. Like,
no, don't try this at home at all. Like, even if you do have like a half-naked goddess to fly you up in the air, just don't do it. Don't do it. I don't even care if they can revive you. Just don't.
Like, it's not worth it.
So Ishtar flies him up in the sky or whatever, really high up. Fujimaru just fucking dives. And Quetzalcoatl fucking dodges it. At least that's what she implies. She implies that because he wakes up and he's okay. And then Quetzalcoatl's like, you didn't think I would dodge that? What the? But it worked. And so it's one of those anime moments. That's for sure. It was an anime pro tag moment. Fujimaru went full anime pro tag. And it was like, I'm going to prove myself by doing the most daring stunt that you'll ever see. And I'm going to fail hard and still somehow survive. But it'll be okay.
He's still way more entertaining than Shiro, though.
Oh man, I can't wait till I see Heaven's Feel. He's so different than what you see. Even though I like those Shiros, but I'm a fan of I bet you don't like Naruto.
I never seen.
I bet you think Naruto's a dumb butt.
I have no idea.
Wow, you hear that? Clip that.
Please do.
Malice just called Naruto a dumb butt.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. And then we get the thing about Romani is like keeping some sort of secret to himself of who he really is. We just talked about that. I have no idea. Like I have no theories on that because we don't. The anime only viewing people, we only have this to go by in the Grand Order OVA, so we don't. I don't have a clue. Like I can't handle another twist. I don't know. We already got one at the beginning with First Order of somebody being a bad guy. I don't think Romani's a bad guy because I mean they even what is it? MASH talks about Romani, what we saw in episode 0 of this series, where Romani's like, there's like always a meaning to life. You may not notice it now, but after you go away, your life and the memories you leave behind of it, that's the meaning. You give other people meanings through your actions and what you did.
Yeah.
So which is really deep and like really thought provoking, and I'm not sure what to think about it, but I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
It would require me going through an existential crisis to get there, but
aren't you in one already?
It doesn't matter. I'm always in one of those, you know. So we have another scene with Fuji and Ishtar. This one is probably the cutest one, in my opinion. Because
they are all really damn cute. Let's just say that.
This one is just really wholesome, though. Wholesome overload. Because she she sits down. The first thing she does is pout, and I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. And then after she pouts, she pinches his cheek, and I'm like, yes.
We also get a really cute scene between Romani and Da Vinci.
Oh yeah, where Romani or Da Vinci does the thing, and Romani's like, ha ha ha. I'm not sure if he did that. I don't remember, but yeah. I'm sorry, I'm having an existential crisis here. So, yeah. And then Fujimaru is like falling asleep, and he ends up falling asleep on her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then Ishtar's like, I won't let anyone get to you, and I'm like, oh, this is so adorable.
And then she changes into the other one.
Yeah, she changes into the blonde one. Who looks a little bit more like Luvia.
I'm really curious to see how that works or what's behind it.
Yeah, I want to see that side of her, like
Mhm.
again, because we saw it a little bit, but and then the next day they see Siduri, who runs out, and she's like, "It's Gilgamesh." To which I'm thinking, "There's nothing wrong with Gilgamesh. I guarantee you, somebody pissed him off."
Mm, I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure she's used to his antics by now.
Well, maybe Enkidu, one of the clones showed up or something.
Maybe.
Because I don't think like you have to go save Gilgamesh. He tripped and he can't get up. Like I don't. He fell down a well. It's like, come on. He does crazy shit like all the time. And in the beginning of this
Yeah.
episode, we see Enkidu and Gilgamesh fighting. It was just like a flashback. So
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Enkidu.
To be fair, that was probably the original Enkidu.
Probably, yeah.
Most likely, I think.
Smoking's bad, Malice.
I'm not smoking, I'm drinking.
Wow. You're drinking drugs?
No.
Wow.
Juice.
Don't. You're drinking from your juice box?
A bottle.
Wow. Malice, you're so wholesome. Can you pout real quick?
No.
Damn it. People say Ishtar is pretty hot, but I'm like, man, that Malice, he's got it going on.
Somebody save me, please.
So overall thoughts on episode 11, what do you think?
The fighting was amazing. The sound design was great. Like the show is just getting better and better.
This episode felt like the series was just firing on all cylinders again. That's really what it felt like.
It's by far not the only one from this season. Like there's a bunch of shows that are just great this season.
There's Vinland Saga and Beastars and stuff like that. So, but
and Bookworm.
I have not seen that.
You should give it a shot, actually.
I may. But you know what's weird is the more I watch this show, the more I just feel like watching Spice and Wolf, and I can't understand why that is.
That's actually the closest comparison I have for Bookworm.
Interesting.
Because it feels a lot like Spice and Wolf.
Well, I'll see. I'll see when I got some time. But yeah, I think the show's firing on all cylinders in this episode, and I really want to see more of the other goddess.
Same.
Also, Quetzalcoatl's pretty cool. I feel like after this episode, though, Quetzalcoatl is going to be much like Jaguar Man and just kind of there. Like, I think she's going to be like B team tier.
I mean, she kicked Jaguar Man into the B team. Which was another reference to the game.
That's right. Jaguar Man literally says that she's in the B team now.
Yeah.
I think Quetzalcoatl is going to be there too, because I just don't see.
I mean, there's nobody really who could join at this point.
They find Leonidas' corpse.
No.
Remember,
I think
Lancers die early.
He turned into dust.
All Lancers die early. Is Quetzalcoatl a Lancer? Wait. Jaguar Man's a Lancer, right? She's got like a staff and shit. And it makes like
and the archer in UBW has a bow. Not bow, 2 daggers. Like you cannot take that into consideration.
Well, I mean, archers got to have their, like secondary weapons. You know what I'm saying?
He uses the bow like once or twice.
Well, and he also shoots a sword with the bow. So I guess he just uses swords.
Same goes for Gilgamesh. Like, he's archer as well. How many times did he use a bow?
When he used the gates of Babylon to shoot all of his weapons at people.
He was still using weapons.
To shoot them. But he shot them at range.
Anyway.
Fucking decimated that, who did he decimate? What was her name again? Caster. At, like, long range. When he just randomly showed up and he was like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm Gilgamesh. Hey. And Caster just fucking dies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a spoiler for the Fate Route visual novel, because they didn't adapt that. Yeah, Malice, where can they find you?
On your Discord.
Yes.
As I said at the start of the episode.
Definitely want to join the Discord. It's probably the best place to join the Discord is the Discord. So join the Discord. As well, subscribe and ring the bell, because I'm trying to get this channel 1K subs, so it'd be pretty cool if you could. And I have a main channel called Sea Tactics, where I cover all sorts of Fate stuff. I have a whole playlist of Fate. I cover the new It Invaded anime from the same guy who directed Fate Zero and Recreators, and that other one. What is the other one he did? Ga Ray Zero. Or is it Guy Ray Zero? Doesn't matter. He did a lot of stuff. Aoki. That guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he also did Aldnoah Zero. He does a lot of zeros. Doesn't matter. Yes. Thanks everybody for watching. See you later.
See ya.